are you branding AOL? You're branding another person. So you're really giving up a great marketing opportunity. When you send emails, that's the most common form of communication these days. So every time you send an email, they're seeing the name of your firm or your business or, the keywords you use or whatever. So it's better to purchase a domain name for $15 or less and use something like Office 365 or Google Business, which provide not only the issues, get rid of the issues with the free email and the scanning, but also provide you additional features such as being able to sync contacts and calendars and all those sorts of stuff. So there's really no reason to be using these free email services anymore. It's just not secure, and it's personally, I think, not ethical, and I think it's just not something that you ought to be doing. As far as email security, you need to talk to your clients about security risks. You need to tell, in your letter or whatever you do, make it clear to them that there are the risks Dan was discussing, and you want to be careful what you're sending and how you're sending it. You want to be careful to discuss with them whether their accounts are private. A lot of people, they're going through a divorce and they're sharing an account with their spouse, or the spouse has the password. That's a problem. Or they're saving their passwords on their computers. These are all things you need to talk about. And if it's a work account, your work can access it. Regardless of whether it's an employment issue or not, folks should not be using their work accounts. You can recommend to your clients that they don't use free email either, and they set up their own domain name or set up something through Office 365. It's just not that difficult to do, and it's not that expensive, and for purposes of privacy, it's very important. Now, encryption is a way to deal with sending emails. Dan already said, and he and I both do this, if you're sending importantly private documents to your clients, it's best to turn them into a PDF or something else and secure it with a password. You could also use encryption. Encryption in email has not really caught on in general kind of communications back and forth. I think because there's a little bit of difficulty behind it, and you both have to have matched encryption and codes and all this. So it can be difficult. But as I said back when we first started, sometimes mail or fax or some other form of communication is the best way to go, simply because it's more secure. So moving on, now we'll be jumping around a little bit, so let me get to where we need to be. You want to watch out for misdirected emails. It's very easy to mistakenly send an email to someone else. If you're using Outlook, you'll notice that different names will pop up. My name, Jennifer, is very common. I'm constantly getting misdirected emails for different Jennifers.